Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday and it's time for our writing lesson. Oh, I recognise that character down the bottom. I wonder what Alex wants this week. Our learning intention today is we are learning to compose a persuasive text. Our success criteria is I can understand the purpose of a persuasive text. I can write reasons to support my point of view. This term we've been learning a lot about persuasive text, and today I just want to go back and review what we've learnt so far. Can you remember what it means to persuade? To persuade means to convince. When we persuade someone, we want to convince them of something. We can use persuasive writing for different reasons. You may want to persuade them to believe what you believe. You might want them to persuade a person to take an action or to do something. You might want to change someone's mind about a topic that's important to you. Do you remember we were talking about persuasive texts, and all persuasive texts have the same features, and by that I mean in what order we're going to write our opinions down. The first thing we're always going to start with is a title, and that tells the reader what we're going to be writing about. Next comes our topic sentence. This expresses our opinion on a topic. Then we have a reason to explain in detail our opinion. Then we give an example to support our opinion. And finally, we end with a conclusion and express our opinion again. Today's story is I Want a New Room, another persuasive text. Do you remember Alex from last week? Last week he persuaded his mum to give him a baby iguana. Well, it's time's passed now, and now Alex has a baby sister, and he has to share his room with his little brother Ethan. But Alex really wants his own room. So as you're listening, I want you to listen carefully to all the arguments Alex uses to convince and persuade his parents that he should have a new room. Once again, I've given you the link address down the bottom you can type in, or your copy of your links are in your week 9 timetable or in the writing folder. Did you enjoy the story? Well, once again, Alex was very convincing. This time his father didn't quite give him what he wanted, but he did get a compromise, and he did get his own special space. Now, if I was Alex and I had to write all my opinions down in a persuasive text, I think it might look like this. So see how I've set it out. His title would have been, I Want a New Room. Topic sentence, I believe that I should definitely get my own room. Reason 1. Firstly, it is impossible to sleep near Ethan. I lie awake each night because when Ethan sleeps, he sounds like a cat coughing up fur balls. He even snores like Grandpa Ralph. Reason 2. Secondly, my toys are being destroyed. Ethan does not know how to respect other people's property. He broke my skateboard and lost my new Captain Creepy action figure. Finally, why should I have to suffer just because I'm the oldest? I am the most important child in the family, and I need my own space. Conclusion. For these reasons, it is clear that I should definitely have my own room. Well, that didn't quite work, but at least his dad did take into consideration some of the reasons he was saying. In the story, Alex did not get his own room, but his dad did build him his own special place. Have you ever wanted your own special place to play or just to be by yourself? Today we're going to write a persuasive text to convince your parents on why you should get your own special place. Have a look at some of the pictures I've got here. Imagine if you had your own fort or a special tent or a treehouse very similar to Alex's. Today's writing task, you're going to write a persuasive text, and the topic is I want my own special place. If you could choose to have your own special place, what would it be? Would it be a fort, a tent, a cubby house, or a tree house like Alex had? You can see your worksheet today. You're going to write a letter just like Alex did in the story. So in your letter, you're going to start with dear someone. Now you could write to your mum or your dad or both if you want to. And then the next one sentence says, I really want a. That's when you're going to tell them what kind of special place you'd like. Then in the box below it, you're going to draw a picture of it. And on the side, you're going to write 3 really good reasons to convince them why you should get your own special place. And of course, to sign, you've got to sign your letter. So from your most important, well, Alex wrote most important child, your choice what you want to call yourself, and then sign your name. Do you think you'll get your special place? Now that you've finished your worksheet, I want you to use my 5 tick checklist. So let's think. Did you start your sentences with a capital letter? Did you finish your sentences with a full stop? Did you leave finger spaces between the words and write on the lines? Check your spelling. Were there any words you're not sure of? If there were, just put a circle around it and see if you can ask someone to help you with them. And lastly, can you read your sentence? It's a good idea to read it to someone else because sometimes we leave out words. So now you've finished your worksheet for today. Ask someone to take a photo of it and upload it in our completed work document. This week, boys and girls, you're going to find an extra worksheet in your writing folder. This one's just for fun because I found a colouring sheet to go with this week's story and I thought you might enjoy colouring it in. If you do and you want to share it, take a photo of it and put it in this week's completed work folder. Well, that's our writing lesson for another week. I hope you've enjoyed learning more about persuasive text and hearing another story about Alex and how he wants to this time to get his own room. Do you think your letter to your parents is going to give you your own special place? I'm looking forward to reading what kind of special place you want to have.